Hello, folks. This is part three of a series that I hinted on in the video in March, where I discuss myself as an autism dad as well as a cancer patient. So, good day, everyone. My name is Chad Royer. This is my channel, What's Happening with Chad Y. Royer. And I invite you to, if you haven't done so, to like my videos, subscribe to the channel. Please, please turn on your notifications so that you can get more information of when my videos are coming on. And let's get right into it. So I mentioned briefly in March, I last had a video where I talk about some things that I go through as a cancer patient while also being an autism dad. Part one, I believe, also was done in March, and there was a long delay in coming forth with a continuation because I was dealing with treatments and procedures and such. So, what changes with my interactions with my son who has a disability? Well, that's about to change very soon because my son, who has autism, hence the moniker Autism Dad, he's approaching the age of adulthood very soon. And we're in a process, me and the missus, we're going through the process of guardianship. So, guardianship is something that not all individuals with disabilities would need, but it helps when decisions have to be made for the best interest of the person for whom guardianship is being filed for. And I'm just going to read a definition of um, nycourts.gov. So it states, what is a guardian? Just for full transparency, a guardian is a person or an agency to whom the court gives authority to take responsibility for the care of a child. It may be planned for in the future. A standby guardian can be appointed to take responsibility for a child's care at a future date if a parent's illness is worsening, or let's say he or she is not there anymore. And I'm just paraphrasing a little bit just so that people can get the gist of where this comes from. So, guardianship is usually put in place also in the event that the parents themselves are not capable of handling the duties of caring for a child. Uh, but instead of going through the weeds, I just wanted to give a synopsis of where we are right now. It's very new to me as a father, and I knew this day would come. And honestly, it has me nervous. It has me quite nervous because I know a lot of things would have to change. Patterns change, schedules change, et cetera, et cetera. Um, I have to be aware of how people are going to react to my son as he approaches adulthood because of his size and his height. He's my height right now. He's going to be taller than I am. It took a while for him to get to that part, but I think hitting the growth spurt is happening right now. So he's going to be taller than me. I have to be very aware that there are some folks who may think he is able to do certain things, even to respond to a question or a command, and he's not going to be able to do that all the time. Sometimes he can, but sometimes he cannot. So I have to be aware of those reactions from folks who may not be so nice. And that's where whoever's with him will have to step in. Not everyone is going to understand my situation or his disposition or both, being that he has an autism diagnosis. And I guess the same parallels can be where not everyone is going to really understand my disposition as a cancer patient unless they are made aware or they're familiar or they ask questions. It's a learning process in my situation dealing with that material change. I want to learn on the fly. I mean, I can ask people who've been through it. That's one thing. But when you're going through it on your own, you have to, you're the one driving the car. Uh, him being an adult, it changes. It changes things. And I'm actually happy for him that he has made it this far. And I wish my father was alive to see this. I know he would be proud. I know he would be. Uh, there's other things to consider here. I'm referencing something that happened recently with my son, something that I observed, and I don't want to repeat it. I don't want to go into details, but it was quite concerning the action that he did that I caught, and I had to pivot right away to undo what he did. So you see, it's not very easy to expect my son to not do things that could be harmful or not sanitary or unsafe. But just from dealing with what I dealt with recently and some other patterns of randomness that he would do, it has my safety alertness on high. It really does. It just tells me that he's going to need more supervision. He's going to need more supervision from me as his dad, from the missus as his mom, from whoever is watching over him at school. Certain things I cannot take for granted. If I have something in its rightful place and it ends up somewhere else and I cannot find it, and it ends up lost, missing, or in the wrong place, now I have to consider, did he move it? I have to consider those things because it happens. I have to be aware of the randomness of his actions. It has me concerned, but I'm going to do my best to try to navigate those waters. And on the cancer side, with me, I just went through a bone marrow biopsy. I had a stem cell transplant. I still don't have my long hair. And there's a phase that's coming up, the maintenance phase of my treatments, where the meds that I'll be on or the procedures that I'll be on will be intended for me to maintain as close to normal a lifestyle as possible without all the invasive procedures or much of the aggressive medicines that I'll have to take on a rigorous schedule. So that's going to be a material change, and I'm going to have to look at how that's going to look like. I have to monitor those waters, and I have to make sure that I am not negligent in those things as well. So, two major things that I will have to deal with going forward is the maintenance phase of my treatment as a cancer patient. And I would love to say the word cancer survivor. I'm waiting for that day. And I know you are too. Well, I would like to hope that most of you are waiting for that as well. And, you know, there's always room for a part four, as me talking as a autism dad and a cancer patient. There's not enough hours in the day, not enough minutes in an hour. So, part four, it might come sooner than later. So, stay tuned. Again, I want to thank you all for listening. This is my channel, What's Up with Chad Y. Royer. Tune in for more on my journey as a cancer patient. You take care. You be well.